Hello and welcome to the DC Everest Junior High School. Our staff is excited to welcome everyone back for the start of the 2018-2019 school year. My name is Jason McFarland and it is my privilege to serve as your building principal. I've often told people that in my opinion, our junior high school is the best junior high in the state of Wisconsin. I'd like to invite you in so we can talk further about why that is. When you arrive at the junior high for any reason, you'll hit the buzzer out front by the left main door. You will then be buzzed in and you'll come into the main office where you'll be greeted by our friendly and talented main office staff. So I'd like to introduce you to our main office staff. Mr. Weller is one of our assistant principals. Mr. Heller is in the office right next to him. Again, he's an assistant principal. He's also in charge of athletics, 6th through 9th grade. Then as you move to our front counter, you'll be able to work with either Mrs. Barrett for attendance purposes or Mrs. Fight for athletic or a variety of other purposes. And as we step to the back of the office, you'll see where my office is located along with Mrs. Becker. Mrs. Becker is my assistant that will help you with a variety of issues that you might be wondering about. Here at the junior high, our staff have very high academic expectations for all of our students. We're very proud in how well they do perform on our state mandated assessments. They are always at or above the state and national averages. If you're looking at one metric, last year, the junior high was listed as exceeding expectations on the school report card. However, we know that to make an overall well-rounded student, we also need other aspects that we talk about. So our PBIS program, and PBIS stands for Positive Behavioral Interventions and Supports, focuses on 3 different aspects. If you look behind me on the banner, these are the 3 values and aspects that we discuss. And we talk about what they look like in the hallway, in the classroom, in every environment here at the junior high school. So our focus is on students being productive, being respectful, and being responsible. Families often ask, what are some important things that we can do to ensure success of our students when they come to the junior high? At this time of the year, I think it's appropriate to talk about 2 things. The first thing that I would encourage students to do is become a self-advocate. Make sure you talk to individuals that are either your classroom teachers, those that are in the main office, those that might be in student services, and let them know what you need to be successful. You need to develop that voice and choice also, where you're willing to talk about your learning and what can help you to be as successful in the classes as possible. The second thing that I would talk about is getting involved in something. Here at the junior high is really a time of learning, to figure out what do you like, what do you enjoy doing. We have over 20 clubs and activities that our students can get involved in. I would encourage you to find a couple, maybe 1, maybe 2, that you want to try this year to see what you might like to do in the future. A list of those clubs and activities can be accessed on our school website, and we'll also talk about those in the initial weeks of the school year. One of the essential things to guarantee success for all of our students is collaboration between students, families, and our school. I would encourage you, if you do have a concern or a question, stop in, talk to staff, give me a call, send an email. Be very active in asking things that don't seem to make sense or things that you may be wondering about. You also can access our school website at www.dce.k12.wi.us/junior high. From the website, you can find announcements, you can find our schedule, you can access information about the individual different disciplines, and you can also access our social media accounts. Another feature that we have added just recently is a school information app. You can go to the App Store and download that, and again, you'll get push notifications about critical dates and things that are coming up here at the junior high school. Here at the junior high, we put a lot of emphasis on giving students great experiences. Experiences that will help to build college and career awareness, or will help with the development of building a life skill. I want to talk about some marquee events that you can expect during this coming school year. The first thing that we do is both in September and in January, we will be having PBIS associated assemblies. So in the fall of the year in September, it's a football assembly where our entire student body will go out to Steam Stadium and they'll get to watch a football game, and we're really working to develop school spirit.
Then in January, it's a similar idea, but we're actually in the gym. It's a basketball assembly where, again, we're really focusing on having great pride in being a member of the DC Everest Junior High School and of the DC Everest School District. In October, we'll have the Heavy Metals Tour. This is an event that all of our 8th graders will participate in, and it gives them the opportunity to get out and learn about manufacturing and various businesses throughout our community. We have Adventure Day twice in the year, once in October and once in April. Our students literally will all be divided on various trips. They will be looking at colleges. They'll be looking at potential jobs for them for the future. They'll be looking at the development of skills to help them in technology and a variety of different issues. We have National History Day. National History Day begins in November, but it works with our students at the 8th grade level in developing research skills that can be applied then to all content areas across the board. In January, we offer EverCon. EverCon is sponsored by our gaming club. It is the largest con nationally that's entirely sponsored by a school. And I'm very pleased to report that over the last several years, our students have donated over $20,000 back into our community. January or into February, we'll be doing a 9th grade AP trip to Washington, D.C., where our students will get to see government in action. In April, we conduct our talent show. So students that have a variety of different talents, from singing and dancing to playing instruments to juggling, will be able to show the community and their fellow students what they are skilled at. In May, we have Civil War Day, where our grounds are literally transformed into what it would have been like during the Civil War. So students get to see what happened with medicine. Students get to see different armaments that were used during the war. Students get to see the Gettysburg Address that's done by Abraham Lincoln. So it's really a real life throwback, if you will, into the Civil War era. And then at the end of May, we do our rivers trips. And our rivers trips is where our science classes get to go out and they do field work at a variety of different stations around Marathon County, around the watershed areas and our rivers. The marquee events that I mentioned are only a sampling of what students have here at the junior high school. I would encourage you to visit our website, to visit our school information app, to see more dates and descriptions of different activities that students will be involved in. I want to take this opportunity to welcome you again to the DC Everest Junior High School. I'm truly excited to work with you and your family. It's going to be a great year for us to learn and grow together.